Chainsaw Man is currently the hottest anime on the block, and you're missing out if you're not watching the anime's back-to-back episodes. A recap of episodes 5, 6, and 7 will be done in this video. So, if you haven't started the anime, watch out for spoilers. Just watch this video to stay updated. Even if last week's meeting with the Bat Devil was more spectacular, this episode is entertaining. Episode 6 begins when Denji is just seconds away from achieving his objective. He leans in and grabs Power's chest with passion. Denji is unimpressed despite receiving what he desires. His gloomy disposition persists while he drives to work and works with Makima on paperwork. She inquires about his bad mood, and Denji acknowledges he did not feel accomplished after he achieved his goal. Makima asks what Denji is talking about, and he says boobies. While she plays with his hand, stimulating him, his hand is moved to Makima's chest. Denji is too young and inexperienced to feel anything other than awe instead of understanding that Makima wants to manipulate him. Makima approaches him and asks for a favor. "I want you to beat the gun devil," she says. It emerged in America 13 years ago, but no one knows where the devil is. Although it is a formidable devil, Makima believes Denji can slay it. She promises to offer him anything he desires if he succeeds, including sex. Gun purchases grew as devil attacks escalated to defend against them, and the gun devil's appearance, which led to a significant terrorist strike in America, brought everything to a head. Going down memory lane to a rural community where a family with 2 young kids was residing. The parents are preoccupied with the younger one, who appears unwell in bed. They urge the older brother to play outside, but the younger brother abruptly expresses his wish to go. The siblings enjoy each other's company and playing games just before an explosion causes the entire home to be blown away. 1.2 million people were killed in less than 5 minutes, Makima explains. She asks Denji if he believes he can defeat the gun devil, and Denji responds that he can if he pulls all the stops. Finding the gun devil, though, is the first step. They believe they will be able to locate the real gun devil if they can put together a larger collection of the gun devil's fragments, which will return to gun devil after they are old enough. Aki and Himino are spotted in the field, gathering a portion of the gun demon from a fish devil they just killed, questioning whether the fish found the object by chance or was given to him purposefully. In a brief flashback, Aki is revealed to be the older brother whose family was previously destroyed. An investigation of a hotel is being conducted by a team from public safety that includes Denji, Aki, Power, Himino, Kobeni, and Hirokazu. A devil is said to be inside, having swallowed a piece of the gun devil. In light of Power and Denji's reputation as devils, Hirokazu queries if they can be relied upon to watch their backs. According to Aki, Denji, and Power, they will be the ones who take the initiative in eradication operations. The gang moves down the corridor in anticipation of coming across the devil. A demon with a head, 1 hand, and 1 foot sticking from the sides comes from one of the chamber doors. Himino stops the devil midair with her right hand, and Power cuts it in half with a crimson sword, killing it. They choose to move up a floor to continue their search for their demon. Hirokazu becomes concerned when they investigate the next floor since they appear to be on the same floor they just left. He climbs again to confirm his assumption and lands on the 8th floor. As they realize they are stuck, the others stare in disbelief. We learn a lot about the characters in this episode, and given that last week's fight with the Bat Devil included so much action, this episode feels more like a setup or a link between fights. Episode 6 starts with Hirokazu standing on the stairway. Similarly, Himino sprints down the steps before emerging at the top. They become aware that they are confined to the 8th level by some loop. They all start to investigate. The group comes together to evaluate their predicament and all the information they have. They are aware that, in addition to the windows and the stairs, the elevator is broken, making it impossible to escape. Instead, any attempts to do so would bring them back to the 8th level. Aki wonders if time has been stopped on this level after noticing that every clock in every room is set at 8:18. If that's the case, they won't even get back up. Although the power and electricity appear to function, the demon in charge is yet to be found. Even though everyone appears to be worn out, Aki continues his hunt. Denji notices that Himino smokes the same brand of cigarettes as Aki. She claims that she introduced him to smoking, which is why this is the case. Aki enters the space and approaches Himino to request a smoke. He accepts it despite her claim that the one she is now smoking is her last. After his first puff, he says he has bad news. The devil that Power killed has transformed into a huge, horrifying creature in the corridor. They hurry outside, only to have the devil make them an offer. He'll let the rest of them go if they feed him Denji, even if it's Denji's body. The group brings up the thought of offering Denji as a sacrifice, and Aki refuses Hirokazu's suggestion that they sacrifice Denji. Aki tells Himino that, if necessary, he will use the sword because he is still unsure how to get away. She replies, no, and declares that Denji will have to perish if forced to choose between the sword and his life. Kobeni's shouting draws the devil's attention in the corridor. As he calls himself the Eternity Devil, he begins to spread into the chamber, causing Himino, Aki, and Denji to flee. Suddenly, the entire floor begins to tilt, and anyone leaving a hotel room risk plunging into the Eternity Devil's maw. As Hirokazu restrains Denji, Himino apologizes. As Kobeni rushes to kill him, he stabs Aki, who had just managed to get in front of Denji. Given that he cannot defeat the gun devil alone, Aki must enlist the aid of those like Denji, who are insane enough to engage in combat. Denji resolves to sacrifice himself to avoid having to owe anything to Aki. He doesn't intend to make it easy for himself, instead jumping directly into the Eternity Devil's jaws with his chainsaw powers. Episode 7 begins with Denji jumping into the maw of the Eternity Devil because he doesn't want to repay Aki for saving him. Before a chainsaw bursts through the devil's jaws, the gang looks down, wondering if Denji is dead. Denji goes on a rampage against the Eternity Devil in full Chainsaw Man gear. The Eternity Devil adds that this struggle is meaningless because his heart is not on the hotel's 8th story. Regardless, blood streams as Denji shreds into piles of flesh despite doing substantial damage. Denji is holding his own, but Power and Aki are concerned that he is losing too much blood and not moving forward. Denji receives a significant punch to his shoulder when caught off guard. The Eternity Devil starts attacking Denji back to back, enjoying how much weaker he seems to get with time. Denji yells in pain as he notices that his chainsaw arms have drawn back, indicating that he is in severe need of blood. The Eternity Devil delivers what it believes to be a game-ending strike to Denji. Himino pulls on Denji's thread with his ghost arm, forcing him to rocket back up, where he has an epiphany. If he continues to consume devil blood while fighting, he can transform into something akin to a continuous motion machine and battle indefinitely. The Eternity Devil finally offers Denji its heart and begs to be murdered since it can no longer take the torture. Denji severs the heart, and we cut to everyone finally leaving the motel, bloodied. Denji remarks on how happy he is, especially now that they have obtained a bit of the gun devil. However, he collapses shortly later due to blood loss. Unspecified later, Kobeni and Hirokazu discuss resigning due to their behavior at the hotel, while Himino is discussing throwing a newbie welcome party with Aki. The newbie welcome celebration appears to be going nicely. The newcomers introduce themselves as they move around the table. When it's time for Fushi's rookies to identify themselves, he says they lost their lives on a mission the day before. This shakes Kobeni and Hirokazu. Denji patiently and excitedly waits for Himino to give him his first kiss. To everyone's amazement, Makima appears. She starts by asking about the kiss Denji is getting. He confuses a now intoxicated Himino by lying and claiming that he isn't kissing anybody. Denji turns the conversation to the gun devil to momentarily save himself from this situation. Himino suddenly bends down, drawing Denji in and kissing him. While promising, she even incorporates her tongue, but Denji can't help but look Makima in the eyes as it happens. He can continue to enjoy the kiss until he notices Himino is puking in his mouth. Hirokazu tries to assist Denji in making vomit in the restroom. When Makima inquires about Denji's whereabouts as everyone gets ready to go, one of the others responds that Himino carried him away on her back. Denji eventually wakes up, bewildered and in need of water. As soon as Himino enters the room, she straddles him and pours beer into his lips. She and he appear to be a little baffled by his presence in her house. There is no doubt that she felt like she was expecting someone else. She admits to Denji that she knows his love for Makima and that Aki is experiencing the same thing. She believes he could do better and advises Denji to move on before asking him if he wants to sleep with her. This episode was enjoyable from beginning to end since it included a little bit of everything. Denji's victory over the Eternity Devil revealed how far he had come and fulfilled every expectation we had of him. If you enjoyed watching our Animezing content, please leave a like on the video and hit the subscribe button to see more videos. Also, if you want a recap of a new episode, let us know in the comment section down below.